The autopsy report. There's cases that come and pass, as if they never really happened. There's cases that stick with you for years, because of their truly gruesome nature. And then there was this one, the one that made me walk away. Her name was Avery. She was the 9th victim we had encountered, linked to the same attacker, but for 2 very clear reasons. She was the one that stuck with us most, and made us hug our families a bit tighter, when we got home. 1. She was the only one who hadn't survived, as far as we knew. 2. She was barely 7 years old, making her the only child in the entire case. However, we were still certain the same person was responsible, once we found her, and were confronted with the sight of the bloody gaps, where her eyes should have been, just like the others before her. I wondered if her young age was the reason she didn't survive, her small body simply too weak to survive his torture. Or perhaps he was worried she'd be the one strong enough to guide us to him, as the victims before her had been reduced to shells, of what they once were, not communicating in any form no matter what we tried. It took me several minutes, before I found the strength to open the door, and even then I did it with a great deal of reluctance. This was, after all, not a conversation I was looking forward to having. Honestly, I still question if it hadn't been better if I had simply lied. Inside, her parents sat completely broken, as I joined them with the autopsy report in my hand. They had insisted on staying till our coroner had finished his examination. It wasn't hard to figure out why. They wanted an answer to their one and only question. The only one that mattered. Did she suffer? I looked them in the eyes, finding nothing but defeat. Tell us, the man, a doctor, spoke, his voice hoarse from exhaustion. His wife remained silent, like she had been since I had met her. I wanted to tell them it happened quickly, to offer them even the slightest comfort. But I was obligated to speak the truth. So I explained to them, how the coroner confirmed her eyes were taken, while she was still aware, how her death was caused by blood loss, how she most likely passed out a while before her last breath, and every other detail they asked for. Mere minutes later, they were both silently crying, and I decided they had heard enough. But the question I had feared most made me stop in my tracks. I should have known the doctor might have wondered. The coroner, he whispered, how did he know she was conscious when her eyes? I swallowed, fighting the nausea I felt since I found out. The victim was conscious, because the killer scooped out her eyes, then made her eat them. Because he found the eye in her stomach, sir. Follow for more.